went down last week. And I don't know how it's going to be.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to season 3 of the greatest show on television, Lost.
Season 3, now in widescreen and high definition.
So today we are discussing the first 3 episodes of season 3. So please no spoilers beyond season 3, episode 3. And these were a doozy. So episode 1, what'd you think, MJ?
Well, I still haven't recovered. Like literally at 3:00, I put up season 3, episode 1 back on. The commercials killed me, but I wanted to refresh my memory for this, and I'm like, oh my gosh! Like when the writers were creating this, like just to spend 5 minutes in their mind for a timeline, I would love to have done that. So go ahead.
When you're watching that 5 minutes, because we said that first 5 minutes was gonna, set you off.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes before the title screen, whatever.
Yeah.
At what point did you realize who you were looking at? Like, did it take until they panned out on the?
And I'm gonna say the song was a huge, little preview that we're following into a pattern. There was some link to a hatch because that was Desmond's song that he was playing when we first met Desmond.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like, okay, there's just some weird correlation with this lady, and I'm like, that's not Penelope, that's someone else. And then it turns into this book club, and then I start looking to see they're all reading Stephen King, but what Stephen King were they reading? Like I'm trying to stop it and check to see which one they were reading. But it didn't really hit me until the big pan to see the little community with the mountains. That was the mouth open moment for me where I was just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ben's giving them instructions, and you're like,
yes. When Ben was telling Ethan, pretend like you're one on the passenger. I want list in 3 days.
Yeah.
Like he was in control and giving directives to people. Like it was a full on alert.
Laser focus.
Yeah. I guess when things started shaking and the geomagnetic thing started happening, that's when I'm like, okay, there's something. And then when I saw the plane fly over, I said, oh, here we go. Now I'm going to see Ben's perspective.
I remember the town being bigger, from when it was 20 years ago. So I just, in my mind, I remembered when they panned out it being like a huge complex.
Well, I think it's because they do use other houses as we go along.
Yeah.
Yeah. It did from the long shot. It did look like a decent sized community.
Yeah.
But yeah. And so many questions. Like,
so I couldn't say this before, but when we were talking about favorite characters, because it was the end of the season, one of my favorite characters is now in it. Juliet is in it.
Yes, Juliet is awesome.
Brilliant character.
Stone cold Juliet.
So I'm very keen on first impressions, right?
Mm-hmm.
My first impression of her is more friendly and familiar. How she is when she's first introduced at the book club with being like snarky and be like, well, this is why Ben's not here, blah, 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 talking about the book.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to Stone Cold Juliet in the aquarium.
But that's really important because it's consistent.
Yeah.
The next 3, we're going to see her relationship with Ben.
Okay. But her demeanor, the control that the calm, persuasive control that she has, where she makes you think twice about things, and she does that intentionally. Just the way that she has that psychological speak, like she's digging into your brain, and she's working on an outcome chip by chip by chip.
And she keeps rolling her eyes. She's going, "Can you just eat that?" He's going, "Oh!" And he's like, "Great," because he's in prison. And she's going,
The best part is when she's like, "It's a delicious sandwich."
Yeah.
It just came out of the oven, and it did look like a kick-ass grilled cheese. But then I see rosemary on the side, and I'm like, "They have rosemary?" here? They have garnish?
Yeah, well, that's the point. That she's trying to be nice, and he's just obviously he's imprisoned. Nobody Jack would not like being imprisoned.
She's trying to be persuasive. I don't know if nice, she's trying to be persuasive. She wanted to be nice. She let him go.
She can't let him go.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, but yeah, amazing.
Yeah,
what a great episode. What a beginning. The beginning. Oh.
My gosh,
it was a rock solid season opener. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like I never saw that coming. Never. I thought we were just going to pick up where we left off, and not see all of that. Like that backstory was massive. So good.
And it's like the when we got the tail back, like the first few days of the tail people. It's that thing where again Lost was like, okay, well let's look at this now. Let's focus on this.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah.
Hi, Constance. Julia, remind me of Patricia Clarkson's character in House of Cards. No, I never saw that.
Oh, me neither.
Yeah.
But I can imagine. No, sorry. Did you see that, MJ?
House of Cards, yeah. I would agree.
I can imagine Patricia Clarkson doing that really well. I think some of it is the casting because I've seen the actress who plays Juliet, Elizabeth Mitchell, isn't it? I've seen her do something else, and she's doing something very similar. So they might have seen her in something and thought, right, that's Juliet. Do you know what I mean? They might have thought, that's who we need to cast because
she's perfect in the role. So
yeah. And can we just talk about Jack's crash out? Like his obsessive crash out, with like stalking his soon-to-be wife and being obsessed with his name. Like, give me his name. I just want his name. Give me his name. And then
his temper tantrum in the AA meeting.
Yeah.
Was wild.
That was a great scene.
Know about me.
Yeah.
I think we can safely say we have a very flawed main character.
Very flawed.
Yeah. And then
he's great. I mean, he's so great because you can't take your eyes off him when he's like this. He's just such an intense. He does intense very, very well.
Yeah.
I would agree. And
when he's like, open the door, and they're going, we can't open the door, we'll all die. And he's going, open the door. The door is open. And that's when we find out they're underwater.
They weren't joking.
Yeah.
And then Juliet builds trust with him because she's trying to help him. She's like, hold on to the door. So she doesn't rescue him, but she's there for him. And she totally breaks him down. Like mentally, he's just crumbled.
And knocked him unconscious with one punch, which is no easy feat. So
Yeah.
MJ,
I'm curious, what do you think of the relationship between, or the rapport, I guess, between Juliet and Ben?
Here's the thing, is that, okay, I don't think that that's her type. I think she probably is his type. I don't think that there's anything involved with them that I could pick up on. Do you know what I mean? I don't get sexual tension. I don't get flirtiness. I'm in a role and you're in a role and we're here to do a job.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting right now. So if that's what they're selling, I'm buying it.
Or anything else,
okay.
like not relationshipy, but of just how they work together.
The power.
I want to know more of Juliet's backstory. Because I really don't know anything about her, and I don't know what their professional relationship is. Obviously, she appears to be like someone in some type of a command position, not muscle, but the psych piece. But their relationship just seems very well. When she first talks about him at the book club, she's very snarky. She puts him under the bus or she calls him out for doing whatever, and that's why he's not here, whatever. But then towards the end, she's kind of domesticated, and he's like, "Good job, Juliet," and she's like, "Thank you, Ben."
Yeah, but did you not notice how she was responding to that and how?
Yeah, thank you, asshole, was basically responding to that.
To me, it was just stoic. It was stoic. There's no emotion. Like she's just there. Because a part of me thinks maybe something deep down inside of her wants that type of praise from him, but then maybe the other side of her is just like, F you, dude.
Okay.
What
it might
did-
be because we've seen the other episodes. It might be that on the first viewing, it's not that obvious what their relationship is like.
Right. Yeah, I get more professional that she's in a role. He's giving her instructions and she needs to follow through because she's grooming Jack for something.
So when Jack opens the door, opens the big
For the
door
water?
that lets all the water flood in.
Yeah.
And you see how she reacts, what happens there, what she does and what Ben does. What was your read on? Do you remember what happened after he opens the door and the water floods in?
Well, yeah, Jack is kind of like fighting for his life.
Yeah. And she goes running towards the door
Yes.
and leaves and closes
And
it.
then-
He
Yeah.
closed the door on him. Yeah, he
What
shuts
did
her
you-
in.
Would you?
Oh,
What'd you
no,
think
I
about
didn't.
that?
I didn't put two and two together. Doesn't she help him? I thought she helped
She
him.
Yeah,
helps
but
helps
Ben,
Jack.
Ben shuts her in though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ben
Oh,
runs
Ben
away.
shuts her in. No,
Yeah.
that didn't register with me. I was too focused on
Okay.
what was going to happen. I'm like, why is there water in this building?
Oh, he looks at her straight in the eyes and he's like, bye.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He's only out for himself. He's only out for himself. He's a complete narcissist. And in that last scene where, she's like, he's like, thank you, Juliet. That went well. And she's like, thank you, Ben. When you zoom in on Ben's eyes, he's got contact lenses in. And I'm like, how's he getting contact lenses on the island? He must be dropped in with the food supplies.
Dropped in on the parachute.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that I just look at my notes. I like the fact that we as the audience have no idea they're underwater. We just assume it's just a prison setup. They're in a he's in a cage, and we've connected it to Sawyer as well. So we assume it must be part of the zoo, and then it gets flooded. What the hell? Where are they?
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
I love that.
And then
Yeah.
you have the story with Sawyer being in the cage and trying to figure out the fish biscuit thing.
Only took the bear 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah, but how many of them were there? You know?
Right.
That's such a brilliant comeback. It's like it's the most like losery comeback, isn't it? How many of them were there?
Here's one thing that I picked up on before we went live when I was watching it. When Jack is trying to listen to the speaker before the flood, and there's a voice that kind of crackles through, the closed captioning says, "Let it go, Jack."
Mm.
Yeah, because that's
his
a quote
dad.
from one of
It's
the
his
it's
dad,
one of his,
right?
it's one of his it was
Yeah.
it was just said in one of the backstory scenes.
Okay. Because I'm like he's having some type. I'm thinking he's having some type of psychological reaction. He's delusional. This is coming through, and it's just an auditory hallucination. So that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was curious to me. I don't. What is this? Like this is like the fourth or fifth? Is this like the fourth Jack backstory or the fifth one?
Jack's had a lot. Jack's
Yeah.
had a
Yeah,
lot.
it might be the fourth or
Let's
fifth. Yeah.
we'll round it up to 15.
Okay. There's always some relation between the backstory and the current timeline. You know what I mean? There's some kind of analogy going on there. And so I wasn't quite sure what that was here. It was an interesting one because the backstory was all about him having what MJ described as a crash out, right? Him just having that complete meltdown over the divorce. And not really sure why they did that here, or if it was just nothing more than him
also,
melting down in the.
If you remember, the show goes on. The backstory doesn't always have a connection to the main story.
Yeah,
that
especially season 3.
fades out a bit over time.
Yeah, they start getting a bit random, don't they?
Yeah, they do, because like in the first season, they would always be really connected.
Yeah.
In the second season, but from here on, I think it becomes less and less like that. I think they have now we've got so much plot going on the island. We've got so much stuff we have to cover on the island that maybe it just became too difficult for the writers to link them up. So you still see it, but you notice more and more over time that there's less of that.
I mean, in defense of that, it'd probably start feeling contrived if every single backstory was a similar plot to what was going on the island. It'd be like, well, why are they doing that?
That's
So I think it was a good device to do it in the first season. And now they've established that they have to keep doing it, which is not always necessarily the best idea, because not all the backstories are brilliant, are they? So, but I mean, if anything, sorry, go on.
No, go on.
I was just thinking, just bouncing on what Dave said. If anything, I don't think it's because she says that. Well, Juliet says you're stubborn, and obviously that whole thing about him not eating and being just saying "let me out," was a kind of a stubbornness. Although a lot of people, if they're in prison, wouldn't want to do what the guy imprisoning them would ask them to do. But there is a stubbornness thing being acted out, and if you can link stubbornness with obsessiveness, I don't know, but that's kind of what the backstory is about. So I don't know if that was what they're trying to do, but it wasn't. Like you say, it wasn't very well matched. But
I think it's really kind of basic. Like he was flawed back then, and his flaws are showing now. You know, that he's still on this continuum of growth, and he hasn't gotten to where he needs to be yet. Like I think the breaking point is when he asked Juliet, "Is she happy?" And when she said she's very happy, that was it. That was it.
I thought that was brilliant because he does seem like an absolute dickhead for a lot of the kind of backstories and in some ways because you could see that it wasn't getting anywhere, and obviously you could kind of read the situation a bit. You just thought you probably should just eat the bloody sandwich and all that. When he kept asking her about that thing and knowing what he was like in the backstory, it was really cool that actually he just wanted to know, was she happy? And he managed to process it over the years to the point where it's not about the guy anymore. He just wanted to know if she was happy. I thought that was really good. So he made some growth from that in that sense.
Yeah.
So that was good.
And I think that was a tough realization for him too, because she's happy without him. Yeah. And that's a massive thing for him to try and accept. And I think that's when the tears flow. That I'm not a part of her happiness anymore.
Yeah. Because he initially fixes her, then he's making her happy, and then someone else is making her happy, which is what he couldn't deal with. That's why he wanted to know who it was, because someone else was making her happy.
Like we're in a therapy session.
It's so wild how the narration wanted you to think it was bad.
So he was relentlessly trying to fix the marriage too, and then
he's trying to fix everything except himself.
That basically got fixed without him in it. You know what I mean?
It got fixed by going to someone else. I'm all right now. I forgotten who had bailed him out when she appeared. I was like, oh yeah, because that was a nice touch as well that she bailed him out. And then he starts talking to her, and she's like, "I'm off, mate. I bailed you out, but I don't want to talk to you."
And your dad's a hot mess.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a bit of a correlation between him having to, Sarah moving on from Jack, and then also Kate is moving on from Jack a little bit. Like she's choosing Team Sawyer in this one.
Oh yeah.
So I think there's a little bit of a
maybe.
Two things I'd say to that. He's not aware of Kate and Sawyer's
no,
activity.
He's not, but you are.
Whereas he was driving his wife away though, wasn't he, with his actions and all that. So I think that's the difference. But also, we know that's not actually true, is it? She's going to be going between the two of them for a bit. So
it is Sawyer. I mean, it is Sawyer who kind of makes his move on her, but she doesn't really.
Yeah.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah.
MJ started to quit.
Cool your horses.
I'm Team Sawyer Kate.
I will say that this actually that I forget what parts of that, because over these couple episodes there's so much of Kate and Sawyer in those cages. I forget which happened in which episodes, but over these episodes generally, I mean, this is a real, I think for us as an audience, this is really where we start to, or at least for me, start to gain a lot more affection for Sawyer. Like they really made him, like they really tried to make him more likable here.
Yeah.
And that carries on. And he's a victim here. And I've written down Sawyer, Jack, and Kate are all powerless in this episode. Completely powerless. And it's a really important thing for Sawyer, because Sawyer has been very powerful and certainly very confident and all that. And he could manipulate everybody really up to now. And now, he starts becoming very humble, doesn't he?
Well, I think Sawyer was becoming more and more likable already in season 2, and so they had to work hard to kind of pull him back. But of course, that was only temporary. He's just too charming and likable. You can't help but like Sawyer, even when he's being a dick. You can't help but like Sawyer.
Yeah, but once he's a dick with a southern accent, so it's fine. Whatever.
He is trapped. You can see that he's more concerned about Kate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the affection that he's got for her, really. Clearly.
Yeah. I mean,
clearly.
we throughout the show so far, you've seen these little isolated instances of where he shows sympathy for someone. And he relents on something because he does have somewhat of a heart, but not that much. You know what I mean? This is just
it always looked reluctant, didn't it? Before,
yeah,
it was like, oh, and then
But here they really show his selflessness, his affection and selflessness towards Kate. And it was. Yeah. I think it's the first time it's been like really, you really see a lot of that.
I think you might be referring to the second episode as well, or the third one, maybe the one where he is kind of, I don't know how much he directly interacts with her in this first episode. Does he do a lot of that in the first episode?
But maybe not.
Well, sure. I mean, she's in the cage. She's got the dress, the shower scene, like all of that. Doesn't that all take place in episode?
That's all.
It does, but that's before she's with Sawyer, because obviously they're separated first, isn't she?
Yeah, right.
What do you think of that scene? This is worth talking about. Well, that scene when Ben gets someone to take her to the beach and he has this conversation with her and he gives her some nice food. What's that?
Yeah, creepy breakfast with Ben.
I'm like, ew. I'm like, he has an agenda. He's looking for something, and God bless her. I'm like, you're on the beach with a psychopath right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to offend him because, he's got muscle. He's got all this stuff, like he could really, he could eliminate you basically. And I don't know, it was just creepy. And then
she looked really nervous.
He's sitting down and then he tries to be the gentleman thing and he stands up and waits for her, like, ugh.
And everything,
And she's just, they've just been like forced to go to this place, and they were gagged for ages and all that. And then she gets told to wear that dress, and she doesn't know what's going on. And then she doesn't know what's going on. And then I just like the fact that she's just like looking at him, just go, what's going on? What are you doing? She doesn't really say a lot, I don't think, from what I can remember. She's just like, and he's just like talking to her and saying, enjoy the food because you're gonna have a really shit time in a minute.
Right.
How random that they have a French press on an island. Like, it's a torture, like a torture camp basically, where and they're just like, oh, here's a French press, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's the best way to make coffee.
Yeah.
So you have
and such a quinky because I pulled mine out of storage because I use a Keurig and I'm getting sick of it, and I'm like, I'm gonna pull out the French press, and then I watched that episode that night.
Ooh.
You're gonna be making it Ben style.
So Constance thinks she saw Ben gulp.
When was this in the subterranean thingy?
I would assume when she said thanks, Ben. Is that what that's probably what
she does say?
about.
Yeah, she does. I mean,
oh wait, is this
7 times?
yeah, come on, Celeste.
Is this in like at the very beginning when he's like, no, it's not. I was gonna say, is that the very beginning when he's giving orders to Ethan and Goodwin, and then he turns around and he's like, oh, I guess I'm out of the book club. But no, that's not it.
No, I don't think she says Ben then. I think it's more when they're interacting about Jack.
Yeah.
And can I just say that Juliet with the blow darts? My gosh. There was a scene before I came in, and she hit Sawyer, and Sawyer went down, and I'm like, no. And here it's Juliet, and I'm like, bitch. That's powerful stuff, man.
Yeah, I remember because I just said she's one of my favorite characters. I remember she was really dislikable in the first few episodes. It's like, well, who is this bitch? Like you said. But yeah, things start developing.
She's Jack's type. She's Jack's type, I think. I think
You
there's
think so?
some Jack Juliet stuff going on.
Juliet looks really much like Sarah.
Yeah.
They look almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're similar.
When they were
she meant after.
when they were at the daycare or whatever, I'm like, is that Juliet or is it Sarah? I can't tell. But it
I
was
don't think so. Is it just me?
I don't think she looks that much similar. But
from a distance.
blonde.
You know.
yeah, if you squint your
4
eyes and get real dehydrated, like Jack was, they probably look the same.
I mean, she's not Anna Lucia, you know what I'm saying?
If you've been hit by a blow dart, maybe.
If you're unconscious and someone's help describes them to you, then they're a little bit similar.
Yes, after. Okay.
Yeah, she said it was after that final.
That's always it. Because he was a lonely
Right,
child. Lonely
Yeah.
child. Obviously, he's short. We know these things. There's going to be issues with that. And, you know, it's a casebook for a tyrant. Casebook study.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think we're going to get Ben's backstory, MJ?
Yes.
MJ's like, what show are we watching? Of course.
And it's
Well,
going to be like the whole episode.
it's
It's
that-
going to be bonkers.
It's mental.
Yep.
So
But he thought
why?
the whole episode was bad. It's going to be worse.
So before we leave this episode, why? Any thoughts on why? You know, I'm obsessed with the books now. Why they're reading Carrie?
Was that
That's what was Carrie.
I think it was Carrie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever
But-
show the book. I think they go out of their way to cover the title.
And you know what was
But,
weird? You
but
had,
it
like,
makes sense that it's Carrie.
they had different copies of Carrie. Well, obviously telekinesis with, you know, the boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Let's be smart. He can make stuff happen with his mind.
Because of Walt.
I mean,
yeah.
there is some bullying going on by the others, if that's
Yeah.
Some, a little bit.
a little bit.
They're
Just
all
when you think the
mean.
others can't get any worse, they just keep becoming bigger dicks.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I had a guess, but it's real spoilery, so I'm not saying.
Wait till after the show.
Yeah.
All right, so should we hit episode 2 here? The Sun
Episode
story.
2.
This next episode is the one I literally forgot the whole episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I also forget. So episode 1 and 2 were fairly in continuity of one another, so I forget
Yeah.
where they end.
Mhm.
You know, I thought
Episode 3 was its own
I
thing.
say I'm a big Sun and Jin fan, but I thought this episode was a little bit like it should have been half an episode. It should have been mixed in with other stuff. I feel like
Yeah.
it's a bit
Yeah.
too much of repetitive stuff that we've already seen.
I liked episode 1 the best, 3 second, and then 2 the least. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Mhm.
the same. I'm the same.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I
agree.
thought I had remembered this happening. I thought that I remember she got with the guy, with that other guy. Son got with that other guy, because I was like questioning like where the baby came from. You know, if that's how
Yeah,
she
but
got pregnant. But
You're
then we
telling
were
me,
all
didn't you?
talking, and people were saying no, nothing ever
Yeah,
happened with that
I
guy.
said I doubted what I remembered because you were like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, really?
You all
Well,
bluffed
I hadn't seen it in
I didn't-
20 something years. Couldn't remember that this happened. I must
Yeah.
have like blanked it out of my mind because I was so traumatized when I saw that scene.
Yeah.
He drops on the
Yeah.
drops on the
Crazy
car.
because literally we were all talking and I'm like, she would never get with him. He's a
Yeah.
nerd, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you see her laying in bed and then here he comes with his baldness with no shirt on. And I'm like, oh my God, they did it. Oh my God.
Well, you sent that picture on Boxer.
Yeah.
Like went on Boxer. I'm like, ah!
I like the way MJ, you described, you focus on his baldness. He comes over on the screen with all his baldness. Don't worry, Mike.
Oh,
She
you
doesn't-
saw.
Mike, don't worry, mate.
You
She's
saw.
not like attacking you, mate.
It's not a
Don't worry.
general prejudice, Mike. Don't worry.
She's just saying it's very
She's-
aerodynamic. That's all.
Mike, she thinks it looks great on you. Yeah, she thinks that you're
It was a
really
striking silhouette. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my God, everybody said that they did, that he didn't. And they've lost their minds because how could you forget this? You should go back and watch the tape.
Yeah, go back and watch it. I was going, you sure? Because I don't remember that. I thought they did get together. Yeah.
So there's a chance, but if you want harmony on a show, it's just gonna be a question mark. You know, you're rooting for Jin.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I will say, because I do genuinely believe they didn't need all that backstory and that extra bit with him. I love the stuff on the boat, though. I did love the stuff on the boat with the three of them, and the fact that that when Said's like, we'll catch him, you think it's not going to go well, and obviously it's horrendous because she shoots one of them, and then she has to get off the boat, and all that. They managed to stay together, which is great. Because I was worried that because if you're watching for the first time, I don't know if you felt like this, MJ, but you do feel like they might get rid of Sun or like seriously hurt her or something, or take her away and all that. So you don't know what's going to happen with that. So there is a happy ending in the sense that they're still together and they're still back on the island. But all that stuff was good, I thought. But I was going to say that even though all that backstory stuff I didn't feel was necessary, I do like the one thing about the Sun and Jin stuff is that I do think every time there's a new development of it, they really did think about their relationship and what they were going to do with it in a way that, I think sometimes they're making stuff up as they go along. But with them two, they seem to have a really good kind of trajectory that kind of works really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that I get the impression that Jin and Sun are almost like this fairy tale couple. But then there's little nuggets of doubt and question and things. Like I honestly don't think it's the interpreter's baby, the tutor's baby, because they were on the mainland. I think the magic happened on the island because it's the woo-woo factor. So
this is Woo-Woo Island. Yeah.
Yeah. So I honestly think that it's Jin's child.
Did you think that, because I was watching it wondering whether he had guessed what had happened, because he says something to the guy when he's beating him up. He's saying something like, go away, don't come back and all that. But he says something, it's a really weird line. I don't think we're supposed to think that he knew what had happened.
Yeah, he didn't know.
He didn't know.
No.
Yeah, it's just a really weird line that made me wonder if he'd worked it out. But yeah, it was just a strange line they put in that sounded more like he'd been betrayed than her father had been betrayed, But I think that's just sloppy writing. But yeah, I didn't think we were supposed to think that.
And this episode, another track, continues the tradition of whenever Saeed tells you his plan, the plan will go terribly wrong.
Yeah, it seemed fine, didn't it? But you're just thinking, it won't work.
It's got to go wrong.
One thing that I constantly find hilarious is how everyone underestimates Jin because he doesn't speak English. And it's like, y'all secretly know he was basically a hitman in Korea, right? This close. And so Saeed, who gives him the gun, he's like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, everyone knew. If only everyone knew.
Yeah, I suppose he's not going to go around telling everyone because he's not particularly proud of it.
Well, I don't think if he spoke English, he would lead with that. But
he definitely wouldn't tell him. No.
Yeah.
Well, I think he'd say at least like I know how to use a gun. Like I think it's fairly obvious from his actions.
He'd be like, I know how to use this. I'm a fisherman.
Yeah, I guess people assume he's a fisherman and just whatever.
Yeah, which he's got massive hang-ups about, isn't he? Because there's a big class thing going on there.
Yeah.
But like being a dustbin man over here, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, circling back to what you were saying, Gareth, I think he did. I don't know what the line was that you're thinking of but I think he did take. He did. The son's father had that talk with him where he wasn't going to kill the guy and he would quit, and it wasn't until the father called him son and basically said, shame on one of us is basically a shame on somebody who disrespects one of us. It's both of our shame and stuff like that. That really seemed to impact him, and he told Son about that when he got back. He called me son for the first time and stuff. So it really seemed to.
That might be why he said something like you've ashamed me or shamed me.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
But he couldn't bring himself to kill the guy because he's a decent person.
Deep down,
but he might have if he knew the guy slept with his wife.
Well, yeah, that might have.
Yeah, but it's weird because he
real
seems,
fast.
it's a very interesting plot because he's clearly he hates what he's doing, but feels compelled to do it because he loves Son, and he feels like he has to do it to be able to be with Son because her father is such this looming kind of gangster character, and Son doesn't want him to do it anyway. She just wants to bugger off with him somewhere away from her dad. And it's just a funny dynamic, a funny plot because he doesn't like doing it, and yet he carries on doing it. And the island's supposed to be his redemption from that. But yeah, it's just every time it goes back to that, you just think, well, why didn't you stop? Why didn't you refuse?
Yeah.
But it's because he loves Son so much. So it's just an interesting plot.
And the more he does it, the more Son distances herself from him.
Yeah, it actually drives them apart. He's doing it because he wants to be with her, and it drives them apart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like a fairy tale.
It's like the middle part of a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Like, what other highlights were in this episode? I'm drawing a blank.
I can't remember either.
What else was going on besides?
The stuff on the boat. I think the stuff on the boat was brilliant.
The others took the boat.
Yeah,
the sailboat.
Yeah.
I thought that was really tense, and I just thought, well, what is? Because I couldn't remember everything, and I thought, what is going to happen? And then when you realise they just want the boat, because Ben said, I want that boat.
I want the boat.
So they just go straight for the boat. Only give a toss about who's Saeed and Jin being there. They just go for the boat, and you're like, oh my god, she's on her own, Yeah. And then she draws a gun, and you just think, okay, you're drawing a gun, that's going to make it worse. And so I thought that stuff was really good.
I was surprised Son shot her.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Just hold on, MJ. Do you guys remember what happens after that?
Is this a spoiler?
No, I'm not the same thing. But do you guys remember what the consequences of that?
Yes, we remember.
Was that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's the next
coming
episode.
up. It's the next episode. Yeah.
I mean, I imagine her boyfriend's pretty pissed.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I feel great now.
This episode 2 was the big snog. So that's the bit where Sawyer stops.
Oh yeah.
Stops.
Yeah.
Stops
I heard. It was like there were bluebirds flying in the background, and there was music and all this. Listen.
Really?
What's
in that context,
listen,
when they're on the chain gang, you think that's really romantic.
There are some actors, right, that kiss on screen, and you're like, they're just playing a role.
Yeah.
These two had the vibes. They had the pheromones going. They were into it. That was a kiss, man. That was.
I don't think Charlie would have been happy because he was going out with her at the time, wasn't he?
He was off at the.
Listen, if I was dating Charlie, I'd be like, "Hey, I get to kiss Sawyer today." Oh yeah, she's living her best life.
He's like, get off my bird. He's going.
Loved it. I'm like,
yeah. Episode, just when you think that the others can't get any worse, slavery. We'll have slaves.
Yeah.
Jeez, these guys are just dicks in every way.
God. It's hard, when they're tasering him, it's horrible, isn't it? It's just they keep doing it, and he's clearly enjoying it. That twat who's that woman's boyfriend, he's loving it, isn't he? So yeah, all that stuff's horrible, isn't it, to see? But I love the fact that it was a con. He didn't kiss her because he wanted to kiss her. He kissed her because he did that thing where it's like, well, he got 4 guns, blah 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 blah. And it was to find out where he sat, what the situation was. I thought that was well good.
Yeah,
that's Sawyer all over. He used the kiss to do it, but yeah, I love the fact that was what he was doing because you're Kate's like, oh, all right. You used me. That's what he does.
Yeah,
in a charming way that everybody loves. He used her. He used her. Freckles. that's the only term of endearment, because he'll call Hurley all sorts of horrible things.
Yeah, that's his only nice nickname.
Yeah.
Is this the episode where Juliet first meets Sawyer? Or was that the last episode?
Yeah.
Because he tried to.
The first
was that
in episode 1, she darts him and he drops.
That's right. That was episode 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I could see her trying to go for Sawyer.
I don't know. She's been pretty stone cold with him so far.
I know. That could be her MO.
Everyone's desperately trying not to say anything. I love it.
Jack was her type, though.
Oh, wait. So there's something there. There's something there. I can see it on your faces.
Well,
She ends up with Jin.
Now,
There's a love triangle between Juliet, Jin, and Walt.
don't tell her about that thing with Bernard.
The baby is actually Hurley's.
now you guys are going off the rails.
Yeah. Juliet just goes around the entire island. She's a slag.
That's not nice.
No, it's not nice. I really like Juliet. I'm sorry, Juliet.
So Ben told Cade he had lived all his life on the island. Born there?
Yes.
That was a big line. That was important.
I was born here. He said I was born here.
He said, I've lived here all my life.
Wait.
Is what he said.
Wait, so he lived here all he didn't say he was born there?
I don't think so.
No, I think he just said I've lived here my whole
Yeah,
life.
yeah. Because
I'll have to watch it again.
Constance,
Well, that
Constance
means he
got
was
a
born
question
there.
mark. Not necessarily. But yeah, we'll find out about that.
Aw.
Season 8.
In due time.
Is that why they just give my when Ben told Jack that they would send him home if he cooperated? What is that? 2 spoilers?
Ben told Jack they would send him home if he cooperated. And Ben told Jack
Oh.
to send him home if he
Oh.
cooperated.
Yeah,
Well, they
I
told-
think he basically gave him the same deal as Michael, where it's like, if you help us achieve this goal, we'll send you home.
Yeah.
It could be that what they wanted to find out from Walt, they found out, or what they needed Walt for,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they got from Walt. Certainly,
Yeah.
Ben gave
Or they gave up because they didn't find it and they'd ran out of experiments.
the
But he
impression
didn't-
on the dog. He said, we got more than we bargained for. He said something that gave me the impression that whatever they wanted from Walt, they got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what that is, I don't know.
Or it was or it's a sidestep. Do you know what I mean? It was like they wanted this and they ended up getting that. So it wasn't what they wanted. It was something else that they weren't
They got
expecting.
more. I honestly think they got more than what they bargained for.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
which suggested to me it was different rather than it was the same. Do you know what I mean? I think it was they weren't expecting Walt to be like who he was. They
Yeah.
thought they were expecting something else.
Yeah. I think they probably didn't expect him to be so powerful.
Woo woo.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Even on an island of woo, he was just too much woo.
Yeah.
Woo is woo too much.
It became Woo Central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But he
It's
didn't
a
specify.
big-
He tells Jack if you cooperate, whatever. But he didn't say cooperate with what or do
Right.
what.
Yeah.
No, we don't know
It's
yet,
still
do we?
kind of
That's
mystical.
coming up, isn't it? We
Yeah.
don't know what he wants yet. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know in the 3rd episode, do we? No.
Mm.
Yeah, so in episode 2, Kate comes back to the cages, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she comes back to the cages, and right. And that was before they did the work. They started doing all the slave work, right? Yeah. Okay.
So I wonder if I don't know why I just thought of this, but I'm curious if anyone has any ideas as to why they kept Kate and Sawyer separate from Jack. Because it's just kind of random. I don't know. You have 3 hostages to just put 2 together and 1 alone, or
I
to
think
not
it's-
have all 3
I
I think
separated,
it's a
or
power
not.
play. I think everything they do is a power play.
But I think
Yeah.
they needed to keep Jack close.
Mm.
Yeah.
And they needed to put Jack in a place that wasn't as terrible as where they could put the other 2.
He's not kicking rocks all day.
Yeah, he's getting a cheese grilled
He's
sandwich.
got it.
Yeah.
He's got it good compared to them who are in the bear cages, and they just had the bear cages available. You get the strong sense from what they say in this episode, in these early episodes, that they're kind of squatting in what was left of the Dharma Initiative.
Mhm.
You don't learn what their relation to the Dharma Initiative is yet, but you do get the feel that whatever the Dharma Initiative was, they're kind of squatting in their old buildings.
Yeah.
You get that feeling, and so they're basically, well, we have these cages.
Well, it's kind of clear it's not.
Bears were.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
It's
it's
not
interesting
them.
because these 3 episodes focus on the relationships between mostly these 3 characters and the others, isn't it? It's like the other things are like an interruption, like Saeed and Jin and Sun is like an interruption. Locke's woo-woo bit is like an interruption to the stuff that's happening with Jack, Sawyer, and Kate and the others, and that's quite unusual for this series because they've done quite well at focusing on like an individual story each episode that was linked to a particular character. And now there's because I think we all remember that the cage bit is like a number of episodes, and that the cage bit is like the focus at the moment, and that's about their relationship with the others. You know, not just Ben, but everyone. Like, you know, the guy who's tasering them as much as Ben. You know, and Juliet and all that. You know,
And I do remember watching this week to week because, like, you had that initial episode that was fantastic, and you just want to stay with the others and Jack and Kate, and that's the story you want. And then the next week you're off with Sun and Jin, and the next you're off with, you know, and it's
Locke
like,
and
remember
Charlie.
watching it the first time, these were weeks that went by before you got back to the story you wanted.
well,
It's
yeah,
much-
but they don't ignore it. They're nipping into it. Do
They're
you know what I mean?
nipping into
That's
it.
why I feel like it feels like they're trying to focus on that, but they're kind of nipping out now and again.
They're stretching it out is what they're doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The cage bit feels stretched out. I remember that.
And I think they have to keep Jack isolated because they see some type of a purpose with Jack, and they have to break him. They have to break him somehow. They have to influence him. They have to break him, whatever. And I think if Sawyer were there, he would just be going off like a parrot, and somebody would shoot him sooner or later.
Like when they were in the pit.
You know, like he would just be irritating. So they have to keep them separated.
But there's also the idea that the 3 of them together, anyone that's trying to imprison someone would think there's more chance of them concocting a plan of escape if the 3 of them are together, especially if the leader was there. So they definitely feel like they'd have more power, the 3 of them, if they were together. So that's definitely part of it as well. Did you find it interesting that Ben was kind of being a bit nice to him towards the end, showing him the TV screen about the World Series and saying, you know, I'm trying to, like, he was kind of talking a little gentler with him towards the end.
With the Red
it was his
Sox.
way of trying to. He's always manipulating, right?
Yeah.
And so this is just his new way to manipulate. He's like, "Hey, I'm Ben. Shake my hand like you would."
He's got the buzzer there.
Well, I also found it so. I don't know. Would you shake his hand, because it's like you basically also just tortured him for, what was it, 2 weeks or something in your own little prison cell, and he's being nice enough to just, I don't know.
Yeah, but he's also the guy who's leading the people that
caged
Charlie,
him,
kidnapped, you know, she stole the baby, you know, kidnapped all the people from the tail section, kidnapped children,
killed some of them.
Yeah, and this is in a period of a few months as well, isn't it?
Stewardess that was taken, and we don't know if she's alive or dead. So screw this guy. He got off easy, you know. And now he's like, "Hey, Jackie, I'm Ben. Let's be pals." It's like, fuck you, man.
Yeah,
it's like,
want to be in my book club?
So arrogant. Ben is so arrogant that he's actually surprised.
And all I'm thinking when he showed the baseball game, I'm like, is that the World Series with Nomar Garcia Parra? Is that when they won? It's like, I remember watching that series, and I'm like, oh my God, the show's old.
This is
the way they tied it in was brilliant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm obviously from the UK, but the World Series, that's that classic thing in it where it's the World Series, but it's all America, right?
Yeah.
And Canada.
That's good. Oh, and Canada. Oh, okay. There we go.
Players are from other
countries. It's not as weird then.
Right.
MJ, did you like the thing where knowing Evangeline Lilly's image and Kate's role in the show and how she got mega popular because of her looks. Did you like the fact that when there was that scene in the shower and Tom went, "You're not my type"?
And then I thought, well, he's alternative. He has an alternative lifestyle, or he's not interested in brunettes and he would prefer blondes, or he's in love with Ben. That's
he said. I think it was definitely the line was saying he was gay.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Not my type is usually what it means. Yeah.
No idea. I don't put any weight on stuff like that.
If Kate isn't your type, you're gay. It's just weird.
He is a model.
He
represents all women.
Yeah. That's a funny little line. It doesn't really affect the rest of the show, does it? It's not like Tom's there with his boyfriend or something, but it's just a nice little kind of sidestepping the image of Kate and the actress and all that. I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
but I didn't. When he said it, I didn't trust him, and I'm like, bullshit, dude.
You thought he was just saying it so he could see
he's
it.
Trying to say it to make her feel better, but on the inside, he's like,
if she feels better.
Yeah. This show is so good at just sprinkling in little pieces of humor to just cut the tension.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, the best bit, the bear line. It took the bears 2 hours. How many bears was there? So good.
Good for you, Sawyer.
And when they were going back to episode 1, when they're talking about, we're in an aquarium, the closed captioning said animals roaring outside. Like,
really?
Do they ever show any? I mean, am I going to see animals like here on the in cages or whatever?
I didn't think we heard any animals, let alone whether.
I heard like
the closed captioning setup.
Maybe it was referring to the dinosaurs.
Ooh. Are there kaiju here?
Yeah, or a reference
no, but there
to
should
how
have been.
The characters evolve into animalistic cavemen, because that's obviously coming later as well.
In the earlier episode, when we see Kate in a locker room with showers and Jack in a rooming cell, and then poor Sawyer wakes up in a zoo. Yeah. But he threw a fish biscuit to Kate.
He did. He's nice.
He did. Yeah. Well, he's becoming a new Sawyer. I distinctively remember me, because I was watching it with Ali when I first watched it, and we had this ongoing kind of fondness for Sawyer that developed over, from around now, as we went on. So I do remember it really vividly. That they're definitely writing him differently. But it does make sense. Do you know what I mean? It's not like random. I think it's done really well.
And you know what's crazy to observe is like season 1, season 2, season 3 of the show. From season 1 to season 2, Walt has a growth spurt.
Oh yeah.
That's why he's no longer on the show.
That's why they couldn't have him on the show. Yeah.
And like everyone's hair is different. Charlie's hair has a new haircut. Everybody has like kind of a different look to them in some kind of way. But that Walt growth spurt, oh my gosh.
But then,
like you've been gone for 60 days.
I think they should. But whatever they were going to write for Walt, I really think I really wish they just sucked it up and thought, well, never mind, he's a kid. Do you know what I mean? Because they didn't write out the Stranger Things characters, did they? Just carried on writing what they wanted to write.
Yeah.
They just thought, okay, well, they look a bit older than they should be, but never mind.
That's the problem with that show, and it's the same problem that you had on The Walking Dead with the kid that suddenly was like 7 feet tall or whatever. It takes you out to the point where this doesn't make any sense. And I think here on this show, they didn't want that.
It's weird enough.
It's weird enough. You're already being asked to accept too much.
Yeah.
Let's not do the weird kid thing.
Maybe it was too early in the show.
I would have just my brain can process the fact that the actor is a bit older. I would have been fine with it. But what about the guy in the other cell? So you got
Sawyer.
The
kid. Yeah.
Carl.
Yeah. What was his name again?
Carl.
Was it Carl?
Yeah.
Talking of Walking Dead, Carl.
Where's Carl?
So what did you think about him, MJ?
I thought he was rude at first because he didn't turn around and talk to Sawyer. And then, when he tried to escape and then he let Sawyer out and then, got clipped. And then he was forced to apologize. I'm sorry for opening the door. and for inviting you to escape with me. I'm truly sorry, Sawyer. Like, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's-
The dynamic.
Ben.
I think it was showing a weird dynamic amongst the others.
Well, yeah, that Ben is the ringleader of all of this, and his psyche is in, you know, his other people, his underlings. For sure.
And not everyone is happy.
Yeah.
No, Alex is the only normal one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not happy.
No, not. I didn't say happy. I said normal.
Yeah. I'm just saying that there's a bit of rumbling of discontent.
Sure. And Kate's got her dress.
Yeah, that's what she's unhappy about.
Yeah.
Whole scene last season when Sawyer tells Jack he's with Anna Lucia signaled a change with Sawyer. I think that's true. That one clearly hurt him when that happened.
Yeah.
Hurt Jack.
Hurt Sawyer.
Oh, when Sawyer tells.
Well, the fact that she died.
The fact she died. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the sleeping part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's just been whittled down over time because he was pretty much, the unlikable Sawyer in the first season, and then just over time, he's become more rounded and less of a dick.
Yeah.
Agree.
And becomes much less of a dick as he gets tortured. And
Yeah. I mean, he's
You know.
realizing things, right? I mean, he's come to realize things are very serious and he has very much more important things to worry about than being a sarcastic jerk, right?
yeah.
I just had an epiphany.
What's that?
Share it now.
So I was just thinking, well, Sawyer is who he is because he probably had a really tough life and everything, and he's always in survival mode, but on the island, he's not in survival mode. Like, he's surviving, but he's not in survival mode anymore, really.
Right.
So I think his real person is coming out.
Yeah.
Now that he doesn't have to be an asshole, you know?
Right. He chooses to be.
Yeah.
He has options.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you could
Yeah.
you could argue that all the stuff he was doing when he was trying to make sure he had all the possessions, he had all the drugs and the guns and all that sort of stuff, was to
He's
protect
making himself feel cozy.
Yeah.
Because he expected people to let him down, so he was trying to make sure that he was protected in that sense. But now, obviously, now that's irrelevant because he's powerless anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're all in the same situation anyway, so it's not like he has it worse than anyone else.
Mhm.
I don't know. In these couple episodes, he has it worse than everybody else.
Well, yeah, on this one, yeah.
Should we move
Yeah,
on?
he got French press coffee and he got water from the
Yeah.
polar bear toilet
He had to
bowl.
work to get a fish biscuit.
Yeah.
I love the fact he
Didn't
was
look
just
real
right
good.
away trying to solve it, though. I thought that was really interesting. He didn't sit there for days. He was just like,
Mhm.
"What's this?
Yeah.
What's that? What's this?"
Yeah.
You know,
Mousetrap.
yeah. He didn't know it was, and it was all about escaping. He didn't know he was going to get a fish biscuit.
Yeah.
He was trying to escape, wasn't he? And it's like, look, oh, if I do this, what happens now, and all that.
I
That's
mean,
what it was.
there was the fork and knife on the big red button, so I mean that kind of
Yeah,
signals
true.
Yeah.
food.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we should move on to the next episode
Yeah.
because it's woo woo with.
Yeah.
Woo, woo.
This episode was great, although there were a few inconsistencies in it.
Okay.
Like, why does the hatch blow up? How random is it that Echo ended up in a polar bear den? And then
Dragged off by the polar bear for lunch later. It was
why
gonna be a
didn't
snack.
anyone else's clothes burn off their skin than Desmond?
They weren't as close to the key.
Yeah.
Well, there was-
okay.
Total
I
scientific
think-
sense.
Yeah.
And
But
it imploded.
Hurley
right? It
Hurley
didn't
makes a point of it. I wrote down Hurley's line because it's like the writers knew that we're going to go, what? Because Hurley says, the hatch blew off your underwear? Question mark. That's what he says to Desmond. He just like, and then Desmond says, "Do you want me to answer that, or should we just keep going?" I just thought, "Oh, classic." That's like
I can
when
show
Wolf
you or
was
tell
asked about
you.
what the Klingons are different. There's a great moment in Trials and Tribulations when they go back in time and they say to Worf, "Why do the Klingons look different?" He says, "Oh, it's a long story." So he doesn't answer him. And then like in this one, he's like, "So what? It just blew off your underwear?" And he's like, "Would you want me to answer that, or should we carry on?"
It's a mystery.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Many island
So-
mysteries.
Yeah. so the hatch implodes from the failsafe, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't explode, it implodes.
How does it implode and they get blown away?
Right.
It
I-
both explodes and implodes at the
Okay.
same time.
So it explodes. It plodes. You're saying.
And
It floats.
Sending them all into an alternate dimension just long enough for them to arrive in different parts of the island.
don't even get me
And
I
started.
know you've been
and-
saying the whole show. I
Is
Yeah,
accept.
and
I-
throwing the hatch up in the sky to dramatically fall later. It all
Okay.
makes total sense.
It's
No, it
basic
explodes
science, isn't it?
and
It's
then
basic science.
It closes up like a flower. Okay.
Yeah. Oh
Something
my
like
god.
that. Okay.
So how does
Yeah.
how does Locke lose his voice?
I loved it when he
Explosion.
couldn't talk. Man, that was great.
I was waiting for some explanation. I just thought, what's going on? Because I've forgotten that, and I was like, what's it going? This is weird. And then, yeah, it's clearly because they thought it would make it more enjoyable for him to go on his journey. I don't know. It was just weird. It didn't
It
make
made
any
it-
sense.
And I'm like, did I miss something? Like, okay, I can get your ears, with the sound and the explosion and
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
that. What's going on here? What's happening? I don't get it.
Screaming at the top of his voice during the whole
But was he?
implosion thing. Yeah, totally.
I
Had
don't
to
know
have
if
been.
Well,
Bye, Constance.
Oh, bye, Constance.
bye.
Woo-hoo!
Thanks for hanging out, though.
Yeah, do we think there was any there was supposed to be any connection between when Echo opted not to speak after he had killed people, and then
So
now
I think
Locke's
this is
not?
just
Oh.
this is just a random idea of somebody in the writer's room who's just
Yeah.
like, well, we'll just make him not talk because if he talks.
I think they wrote this one drunk. I think.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I was in the writer's room and I said, Locke needs to stop.
He was like 1 year old, so
Yeah,
Yeah. What was the
I
what
was
was
a little
the
older than that.
so he went on that like peyote induced thing or whatever. What was the
Ayahuasca.
what was the stuff that he
Right?
had?
That's
I'm like, how is he? Well, remember in season 1, he made like a salve to put on.
for Boone.
Yeah.
Same,
Yeah.
it was the same-
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
same
So-
mushroom woo
so
sauce
he
that he
knows
had at the time.
He knows a lot of stuff for a box man, right?
But they kind of
Yeah.
explain in the flashbacks that he was kind of in this weird drug cult type thingy.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
he probably
Yeah.
knows all the concoctions. My question is, how is there magically the
Well,
necessary
they were
plants?
growing cannabis, weren't they? They weren't. They were just growing cannabis, right?
It was
Yeah,
cannabis,
but you know, they probably had all kinds of weird stuff there.
yeah.
He's cooking meth in there. Come on.
Could be
And
anything.
probably, and maybe some sort of antidote for losing your voice as well. Maybe they had that.
That's what it was.
And I'm like, were there any saints that lost their voice?
Probably.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, probably.
Oh, is
See,
that because there was? Was
candles.
there, MJ?
Like
Was it?
how it ties into religion. There's a saint for everything, patron saint of blah blah blah. Well, there's a patron saint of like throat issues, and that's Saint Blaise.
Really?
I don't know how I don't know
Oh.
how it would coordinate with Locke. I don't know what the correlation would be.
Saint
Probably.
Blaise. I've never heard of Saint Blaise.
Yeah, on Saint Blaise Day, you go to Roman Catholic Church, and after Mass, there's this candle configuration that has two candles crossed, and the two candles crossed go around your neck, and then the priest gives you a blessing to keep you free from any type of illness regarding your head and your neck.
And you go, thank you,
Oh.
Father. And he goes, shh.
Yeah, and then I would come home from church, and a week later, I get sick. That'd be me.
Wow.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
go with that. It's St. Blaise.
Yeah, it's Saint Blaise.
Blaise.
Oh,
anyway.
look into that. That's interesting.
Yeah, there's a saint for everything. So, and then Locke has a hallucination. Okay, so he's doing the ayahuasca, he's doing whatever, zoning out. He made his little peyote tent, and he sees Boone.
That scene just
Mhm.
cracked me up. When Boone was
That
like,
was funny.
hey, it's like, and they went and got the same guy who did the wig for Jack. You know.
Here's the thing. I'm like, is this Vampire Damon Boone? Is this Vampire Diaries Boone? Because the
It
hair was
is.
better.
Yeah.
But then they did like the shot pulled out, and I'm like, oh, that's a bad wig.
They had no wig budget left
No.
over for after
No.
everything else.
No.
they're concentrating on
Wow.
Tom. Make sure
They
Tom
went
looks
on
good
one
everywhere.
trip to Party City, got one wig, and said, "Yep, that's it."
Locke's wigs
Perfect.
haven't been like oh my god, like he got the most of the budget, I think. Yeah, no kidding. So he builds the sweat lodge. Boone appears and gives him some type of a message as to what he needs to do, right?
To
Yeah.
save
Takes him on
Echo.
he takes him on that great airport bazaar tour where everybody's doing something weird. That was kind of like, just for its pure weird goofiness, my favorite part of the episode.
Mm.
You know, because you see everybody doing something weird, and it's like,
Mhm.
man, I have to go help them. No, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Boone, of course, being, you know, woo-woo Boone from the delusion, he knows what's going on
Mhm.
in the rest of the show.
I have a
Yeah.
questionable theory that there was a little bit of foreshadowing going on in that as they made their way around the people in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't say what it is until MJ's off.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. We got a lot to talk about.
But based on who is who, I'm not convinced of it, but it's a theory.
Yeah, you don't know how bad I wanted to go back and watch the episode and hit the pause button to see who's in the background. They showed
You
it.
could probably find just that scene.
I'm sure.
Yeah, go through the whole episode.
They must have filmed some of those scenes together when they're in an airport. They thought, well, let's do the one from episode 4. Now we'll do one from episode 12. You know what I mean? They must have done a bit of that because obviously they've got in that location. You know,
I think they probably just kept coming back to that same
Yeah.
airport.
They
You
could've.
know, yeah.
yeah, they did make out as they went along, didn't they? You're right.
Hey, so in season 3, 2 years from now, we're gonna need this one scene.
They should have done that with Walt. Shot all of Walt's scenes.
Yeah.
That's what
They weren't
Yeah.
thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my God, he's grown up. Who would have known that was going to happen?
Right. And then Charlie, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Charlie, for me this season, I'm not a fan. He's kind of a jerk.
Well, he's always kind of a jerk. I like him better this season than last season.
Do you?
That's because he hasn't done that much yet.
I guess.
Well, he hasn't tried to steal any babies or do anything like that.
Yeah.
He's not like, he's just so snarky. But then, Claire makes him like, Claire's holding his hand or whatever, and it's like, oh, he's healed. Like he's better Charlie now. He's nice Charlie. He's not jerk Charlie.
He does.
Tried to drown my
consistent.
baby last
He
week,
does.
but this week you're fine.
He does love Claire, doesn't he? So
Life
that's
on the
one thing
island,
that-
man.
That's it.
No.
And then Charlie gets rid of the heroin, right? Is that what he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was wasn't that at the end of last season?
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
Oh, was it last
Yeah.
season?
last
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Well, did he tell Locke in this episode like I never did it. I never did the drugs.
Yeah, he says, something about, he's like, oh, you just punched me in front of everyone and accused me of being high.
Oh,
when he
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
doing
After he
drugs or
wasn't
something.
taking
He
Yeah.
them.
says something like, "I hate your guts." or
But I
something.
mean, to be fair, he's being real snarky, but also Locke blew him up. So, I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
fair.
He said
Yeah, yeah.
he must tells him he's checking if he's taking drugs. I don't want you to have to punch yourself in the face.
Yeah. He was really funny in this episode. I
He
loved
was.
Charlie in this
Yeah.
episode. Yeah, wouldn't want to violate
Yeah.
your own boundaries.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What else happened in this episode?
Well, the best part of this episode was at the end of the flashback when Locke is trying to fix the
Yeah.
problem, and so in Locke's mind, he's going to shoot this cop, which of course he can't do.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
he has to know, was this planned? Was it me that was being targeted?
Mhm.
And he says, yeah, it was you, because we've got a profile on you, and
Yes.
we know that you're easy. I can't remember the term that he used.
Easily
But-
coercible,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, easily
Well, yeah, he's
twisted.
easily manipulated, and so
Yeah.
they just put that right in there. Hey,
Yeah.
we know that you're easy to manipulate, and that's why we chose you, which is Locke's whole character.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
just
that's
laid
his
bare.
role on the island. That's his role on the
Yeah.
island. He's being manipulated all the time. Although obviously the first season he's manipulating everybody else, but then
There's a lot of manipulation in this show,
Yeah.
And now we've got Ben, the master manipulator. Yeah.
Poor Locke. Just constantly being duped and betrayed.
Yeah, he had the roughest backstory, man, because he's just like,
Yeah.
he was never good for Lot.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't really his fault, a lot of it. He was like a victim a lot of the time. Whereas a lot of the other characters, they had some fault that kind of created that situation for a lot of them.
Yeah.
They had a choice. Locke didn't have a choice. Locke didn't have a choice that he got put up, and he was in foster care and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's just a sensitive
stay.
guy and just trying to have relationships with people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't have
But
a
it-
choice when
But
he.
it's good the way the
Oh,
show
sorry,
did
go
it.
ahead.
Good the way the show did it, because now you're always wondering, because now of course he realizes that he was right all the time about the button and all of that.
Yes.
So his faith is now renewed, and now he thinks he has a destiny and all of that. His destiny is going to come right back. And so every decision that he makes and everything that he believes going forward, you as a viewer are going to doubt him, right? You're going to doubt him in a way that Jack has been doubting him the whole time, because you know that he's easily manipulated. And so that, is he just believing stuff because he'll believe anything? Or is he on to something? Is he right or wrong? And going forward, you're always going to have doubt with his character.
The woo-woo is going to guide me.
You're on
I
the
always-
right island. Yeah.
I always have hope for Locke. I don't doubt. Like when he finally realized I was right the whole time. Like I'm like, yes, he was right the whole time.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I think it was fairly obvious. Even this episode is confirmation, but it was fairly obvious even before that he was easily manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because he was
But I
always
think from now on,
manipulated.
he's just going to be really more annoying about it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, think of all the times he got burned.
Yeah.
Because he wanted some perfect outcome. He wanted to have, the relationship with his father, and that had to be like one of the worst things ever.
So, when Desmond's with Hurley, where does Desmond go? Where are we left with Desmond?
Desmond is having visions of the future.
Already? What, in this episode?
Because in
right.
this episode, you remember he said, "Oh yeah, Locke's going to give this speech."
Oh yeah, yeah.
Later, Locke gives the speech.
Yeah.
and so Hurley's like,
Yeah.
"Wait a minute."
Yeah. So that's yeah. So, at this point, we don't know why he can see the future.
Yeah. So begins his particular woo on Woo Island.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But you want to know where that goes. This show is really good because it leaves you these things that you just like, I have to keep watching just to find out what's going on with this,
Yeah. It goes to the best episode of the entire series.
I think so. I think you're right.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Which one?
There's an episode which is the best episode probably of this whole show.
Really?
Just tell us. I'm not gonna watch.
As determined by who?
Me and Garrett.
Okay. So everyone.
Like in the middle of the season, or
You'll know it when you see
This series is it
I
this?
can't remember where it is, but it's where that goes, where that plot goes to.
Wait, is it upcoming?
I think it's like a while away.
Yeah, it has to be upcoming.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got to come. But yeah.
I think I know.
Oh, it just hit Dave. I know that. What you're talking about.
There are too many good episodes coming up. What are you talking
You should have
about?
remembered it, Dave. That particular episode was great.
Incredible.
Okay.
Incredible. Everyone was talking about it. We're like,
This is so suspicious.
what? Yeah. Incredible.
And you can't
That's
say
the one you didn't watch 8 times, Celeste.
Yeah. But everybody else did.
You can't say what.
Okay.
Okay, no, we wouldn't spoil it. But
You're
no,
spoiling it by telling me what episode it is.
Wait, is it in season 3?
what the name of it? It kind of is. Is it spoiling it? Don't know. It's is it season 5? It's quite late on, isn't it?
I can't remember when it is. That's my problem.
It's quite late on.
Because my whole memory of Desmond is already screwed up because I forgot that he wasn't in season 2 hardly. So now I remember very specific things, but I don't know when the hell they happened in the show.
Yeah.
Until you get to season 6, which was
I've done because I've since we've been rewatching it, I do little investigations into kind of plot summaries and stuff, and then I was like, when's that one? I was like, oh, it's quite a way away, because I'd love to know what MJ thinks of that. And
this season?
No, it's definitely not this season. Definitely not.
Okay.
But
That's like me saying, you know what? My favorite episode of this series is season 5, episode 2.
I know, but you don't want to spoil. But
How are you spoiling it by just telling me what your favorite episode is? It's not a spoiler. You're not telling me anything about it. You're just telling me what season it is.
But I think we're just basking in how cool they wrote Desmond. It's such a great
they did a great job with Desmond, man.
It's just a great part of the show.
Desmond's hair is on point with the flashbacks. There's no way. That's just him.
He's very cool. I'm amazed that he's not like a megastar now because he's not been in that much since.
Yeah.
I think he ended up being a TV actor in that, but I'm surprised he didn't get snapped up by Hollywood.
Okay. So we left season 2 with Penelope getting the signal.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you two nodding. we haven't seen Penelope yet, but maybe we will this season. Do we see her at all this season?
Oh, you'll find out. Well,
yeah.
There's probably a fairly high likelihood.
Oh my god!
It's like I got Penelope and her daddy's money and the people in Antarctica or whatever, like a science surveillance, whatever. And then we have the people that are stuck on the island. And then we have Ben and his little cult over here.
Yeah.
All kinds of pieces in this puzzle.
Yeah.
So many.
But the one person that is connected to Penny is her dad. And her dad has a role to play.
Well, yeah, because he was in the race that Desmond tried to run.
Yeah.
And he's clearly trying to block Penny from Desmond.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm waiting for like a reemergence of Penny. Like I want to see Penny again.
We all want to see Penny again.
Penny looks like Penny reminds me of Sarah and reminds me of Juliet. Like they all
look the same, don't they? Exactly the same. All white people look the same, don't they, MJ?
What?
I know what episode.
What are you trying to say, MJ?
Okay.
No, I'm just saying, like the they're all very similar. Like there's not a lot of, like if you were going to do a line,
she's my type.
There's not a lot of variation, is what I'm trying to say. There's not a lot of variation. And is that intentional?
No. There's just 3 actresses that happen to be blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a product of the time. 2005 casting.
Well, no, because there are brunettes in it as well, so I don't think. I mean, the main character is brunette.
Right. But she's different.
So,
she's different.
Okay. Well, to be fair, if she was blonde, would you be saying that Jack is attracted to her because she looks like Sarah?
Could.
I mean,
Maybe.
one of the main characters is
Jack
Asian.
wants to fix.
Yeah. Son's definitely like brunette and Asian.
All of these. Maybe it's better if I say all of these mysterious characters.
Son is just going to show up the next episode blonde, and you're not.
No.
There was that one.
And MJ really confused, going, "That looks like Sarah."
Yeah, no. There's all of these side characters that have like a mystery about them, but they all look like Stepford wives.
Yeah.
We have. I think I just saw. Oh, I don't want to say too much, but I bet that episode's coming. You know what I'm saying, Garrett? They focused in on some people and some of the background characters on the beach a little bit. That episode's probably about to come, right?
Oh God, yes.
Oh
yes,
yeah.
You had to remind us of that day.
Nikki and Paolo.
Nikki and Paolo. So the MJ, when you see them, nobody liked those 2 characters. So we'll be interested to see what you think.
That was kind of an interesting moment too when we found ourselves on the beach and the main characters weren't there. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, what happens now that they're not there? And it was almost
Random
it was kinda
background
bizarre.
characters start talking, which they
Yeah.
never do.
Oh,
Yeah,
You're like, who the hell is this guy?
yeah.
that's the
Nikki, do
season,
this.
but
Oh,
not for
do
a while.
that.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have new characters brought in, but they start bringing new characters in a good way later on.
Yeah.
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 Like this guy, it's like, who are you? You've never been on this beach before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
you're just here playing golf? Who the hell are you?
Yeah.
see now when I'm watching, like I like before it was with the Hatch, I wanted more Hatch. Now it's Locke, and I want more Dharma Initiative. I want more information.
Oh, you want more Locke?
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
he's not connected to the Dharma Initiative in the same way that the others are.
No, and that's okay because I'm down with
But
the
with Locke, with possibly the exception of this episode, whenever there is a Locke-centric episode,
Mhm.
you learn something.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You
'cause
learn
he's the one
something
going
about
around
the-
finding the hatches.
He's
Yeah.
he's the character that is out to find stuff out, right?
Mhm.
He wants to know his destiny, and he wants to know what's going on the island, and he wants to know who these people are. And so you find things out when it's a Locke-centered episode. So
Yeah.
yeah, you want more Locke because he will lead you to answers
Right.
Yeah,
and more questions.
yeah, yeah.
No answers with no questions.
That should be like the subtitle of Lost.
This particular episode, it was just all kind of a tease. You know, you didn't really learn anything in this episode except
Well,
for,
episode 3.
yeah, you don't really learn much in this episode other than the weird stuff that's going on in his vision. And
Yeah, because the vision was just, I need to save Echo, but that didn't really mean anything because we don't know. You know, so he went and found him and saved him from a polar bear.
the CGI polar bear was much better this episode.
Yeah, it was fuzzy.
Yeah, I was gonna say you did find out that they had more budget for the polar bear than the whale.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
bear was better here, but it was still pretty bad.
Yeah.
Also, what polar bear doesn't eat the prey on the first try? Like, I don't know.
Well,
It's
that's
like a
that-
squirrel polar bear.
That's the same department as why did Locke lose his voice? That's
Yeah.
remember this one was.
These
written
are
by
the
a drunk-
hard-hitting questions we got to answer in this project.
Remember they were drunk when they wrote this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Remember, the
Right.
Dharma Initiative took a brain of a squirrel, put it in the polar bear, that changed his behavior.
Oh, so it's an animatronic with a little squirrel inside, and it's like holding
There's a
levers.
little
and
squirrel in
stuff.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did this episode end? What was the final scene?
The final scene was Desmond had predicted the speech. Locke gives his speech,
Oh yeah.
and Hurley's like, Desmond, and Desmond's like, looking out on the water, being all mysterious.
Yeah.
And what was Locke's speech again? What was he saying? Was it we have
Basically
to
saying, "Hey, I'm going to go save Jack.
Yeah.
save Jack?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
going to go save Jack,
Mhm.
and we're going to save them."
Mm.
And you almost.
Ah. I've got an
No.
image of I got an image of something that Locke does in a few episodes time that's just like, what are you doing? But can't say it. Spoiler.
But
it's a
if I'm
really
remembering right,
crazy move.
episode 4 is a good one.
Yeah.
We learned stuff in episode 4.
Ooh, good.
The next 3, I think, we often look at the titles, don't we? I don't know what we'll be able to glean from the titles, but I did have a quick sneak at the summaries, and the next 3 are really good.
What are the titles?
It's Every Man for Himself.
Uh-huh.
Sawyer episode.
So, then The Cost of Living, which is Mr.
Okay.
Echo.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Mr. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
And then
Yeah,
I
that-
Do, which is Kate.
Exactly.
Okay. That'll be interesting.
I don't remember what happens with Kate.
So I got to ask Celeste, so watching this another time, season 3, the first 3 episodes, did you pick up on anything that you missed, or did you get clarity on anything, or do you have more questions?
Yes, I got clarity. Well, I have a new guess about the fact that Carrie was the book they were reading,
Oh,
but it's a bit of a spoiler, so I'll put it
okay.
aside. If I can put it on a post-it and remember to tell you what it was in season 6. No, not really. A little bit.
Huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
I
not
did
really
notice-
watching the show another time. It's really talking to people about it. That's kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah, it's different, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
different. It's such
Yeah,
a
yeah.
really, it's a very cool experience doing this together. It's
Yeah.
very different from just watching something. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally different.
Did
Yeah.
you get the
It's so much
feeling?
better.
Did you get the feeling in the season opener and in this season in general that they had a bigger budget and they just, everything looks
Yeah.
great as far
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
you get different
Yeah, yeah.
sets, there's different stuff
Yeah.
going on. It's just like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm because after seeing that interview with Damon Lindelof, I'm wondering when did they find out they had more than 3 seasons? Because he said they wrote 3 seasons, and
I
then
think it's at the end of season 3.
right at the end they get told they got more. So they were
Well-
stretching it for that reason. Then they were stretching it because that was their plot.
what they wanted was an end point, right? And
Yeah.
going into this season or production for this season, they didn't have that. And so they were fighting to get to, because like the network was like, we'll just go on forever.
Yeah.
It's a hit show. Why ever end it? We'll
I
end it
just-
when
Yeah,
the
I think in
ratings
the interview
fell
he
off.
says that they told them it was a 3-season story, and then
Yeah.
then because it was successful, they say they didn't even say you can have more if you want. They said write more seasons.
He didn't want more from. I
Yeah.
saw an interview with him
Yeah.
where he was like he was fighting with them to end it earlier, and they
Yeah.
insisted
Yeah.
on the extra
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
Um,
So,
Well,
so
they-
that's why I was wondering: did they stretch it because they needed the end of season 3 to be the end, or did they did it find out like when they were doing episode 19 or something? They said, well, actually, let's have a different ending because then we can do season 4.
Well, they
know.
went into season 3 obviously knowing already that this show was a gigantic hit,
right.
and then the network was going to want it to continue. So they had to fight to get an ending. When can we end this show? And they settled on season 6, which is longer than what the showrunners wanted, but not as long as the network wanted. So,
Right.
but at least they had, okay, this is when the show is ending. And they found that out.
But I find it really
And-
fascinating that season 3 is such a weird way to finish, and 4 and 5 are fucking mental. Do you know what I mean? And if they take that out of Lost, it's
What about 6?
Well,
well, yeah, 6 is even more mental. But I might just divorce myself from the chat for season 6.
Just different.
but
You could
they
have
were
done
going to end at 3 originally, possibly, but this wasn't that. What's going on in the
Weird,
show? What's going on in the show is not what would be the ending,
Yeah.
because they knew by the time production on the season started that it was a hit and it was going to continue. They just didn't know how long.
So they
And
knew,
so you get that-
they knew there was going to be a season 4.
They knew there was going to be a season 4, 5, 6, 7. Who knows how long it was going to be? So they had to fight to get an ending. And once they got the ending, they were able to say, okay, this is how much story we have left. We will make it fit this.
So they reverse engineered it.
Right, kind of.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Because this, I don't know. We'll see what, especially MJ, what you think as we're going on. But there's a lot of people say season 3 stretched a bit. That it seemed
Okay.
like it was.
And it
over.
was because of this very reason, I think. They were
Yeah.
just like,
But maybe they didn't know. Maybe they weren't sure what they had.
We know
and
because
then-
they said. They've talked
Well-
about this quite a bit. And so we know that it's right around this point that we're like, okay, we don't know how long we've got to go on.
Mhm.
And so you have this bit in this show, but in the previous season, where they're stretching
Sorry,
things
that's my-
out.
You setting MJ off, man.
It's my phone.
Yeah. Wasn't so? I can't remember
Is that your
if
phone call
Sorry,
ringer?
I'm on a live stream.
that is a really cool ringtone, by the way. I can't remember if it
Sorry, that was my
was
son
you,
calling.
Michael, who said it, or if it was I don't know. Can't remember where I heard it, but I think they tried to negotiate it to 10 seasons, and then David Lindelof was like, "No, that's still too much."
Yeah,
So they went down to 6.
exactly. Yeah, the network tried to get it as long as possible.
Yeah.
And they worked it down to 6. But
I
you will
assume-
notice
Uh,
what's going on about half halfway through this season, even more than that. But after that, the pace starts getting steadier, and season 4, 4, and 5 are just
bang, bang, bang.
bang, bang, bang.
Mhm.
Season 6 is what it is. Not everybody likes it.
You're
So
you're
much
going, whoa, what's
woo.
gonna happen?
Come in here and say season 6 was my favorite. And Garrett's
Yeah,
gonna be
and-
like, I don't know you.
It might be your favorite.
It could be.
Might be your favorite. Yeah.
I'm open.
Yeah.
I'm
That'd
watching
be
it
amazing.
for
You-
after this.
You might love the last episode, which is like, the
I
most-
don't. I honestly,
Wildly woo.
I remember the buzz about the show ending. I was listening to that podcast. I don't think I know towards the end I dialed into some episodes, but I don't know if it was I'm assuming it was episode 6. But when we get there, I'll be able to tell you. Like I
was
remember,
season 6.
remember this. Yeah.
I think if you watch season 6, you're not watching the rest of the show. But what the hell?
That is a dangerous move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there some reference about something happening in a snow globe? Was there some reference?
Yeah.
Okay. In this, because I immediately thought of St. Elsewhere, and I'm like, are they doing a nod to St. Elsewhere right now?
Thank God they didn't.
My God. I was in high school when St. Elsewhere ended, and I'm like, that's how it's ending? I was horrified.
I wouldn't be surprised if when we do the last one that we do, it's a proper long one, because we'll have so much to talk about as far as how we feel about this bit of it, that bit of it.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to introduce alcohol.
Probably. If you ever need it, you're gonna need it.
Like the writers did.
We'll have a happy hour last time.
Ooh, yeah.
All right.
Season
Well,
6 is gonna be one heck of a happy hour.
woo, cool.
So yeah, the next episode's really difficult to watch.
Difficult?
Yeah. Difficult?
Really?
Yeah, some horrible scenes in it.
Well, that's you won't tell me what your favorite episode is, but you're going to tell me that these few episodes are going to be difficult.
Just want to throw it out there.
Do you know the definition of a spoiler?
I feel a bit naughty tonight.
All right. I think we're good. I got to go make dinner.
All right.
All right.
All right, everyone.
All right, namaste.
Thanks for joining us.
Namaste.
Namaste and good luck.
Hey,
Good luck.
namaste in bed. Namaste in bed.
All right, I got to tell the rest of you one thing quick.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Then, all right.
All
All right. I'll go.
Oh, I've got something to say.
Wait, you're still live, guys.
Yeah. You go first, Dave.
Oh, so I'm gonna go out and you're gonna stay with the chit chat for every. Don't spoil it for anybody
Oh,
else.
no, let me end it. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
end
about
the
loss.
stream.
Oh no, I was going to say
I
something
just
on nothing
protected
lost.
everybody.
Wait.
Just in case there's a thing. No,
Garrett,
can you just say
is your
What?
thing supposed to be on live? What are you going to say?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I going
This
there?
live. On Wednesday, the Muppet Show's back.
Yeah.
That's really important, man. It's really
Okay.
important. The Muppet
How does
Show's
that
back.
tie into
Original format.
Lost?
I just
It
thought I'd
doesn't.
say
Can I
that we're in a
just
public
say-
forum.
Yeah,
I do
go
have something to tie in a loss, but it was so random. But every time Michael calls it Woo Island, it reminds me of Spooky Island from Scooby Doo.
ahead.
Scooby Doo doesn't show up until season 5.
Shaggy.
Go on, Dave. What were you going to say?
All right, we're ending it. Hold on. Let me end the live first.
Very good chat.
All right.
Bye.
It's a spoiler.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Bye,